Concord 9th, and today I'm going to be talking about our new ALOHA fill-in pattern paper, our ALOHA friend stamp set, and our ALOHA stencils. This is a really fun bundle, and I just want to show you a few quick things. Now this is really similar to our floral fill-in bundle in the concept of the paper, the stamp, and the stencil. So real quick, I'm just going to give you a quick scan of the paper. You get 6 each of 4 double-sided designs. Lots of great options. Now on this paper, on one side of every sheet, it's intended to go with the stencil. So the front side will have the spots for the stencil, and the back side of every sheet is just a really awesome usable pattern that you don't have to use the stencils with. Now on this, the ones that use the stencil with, some of them actually you don't have to use the stencil if you want, but you can if you want to customize and add color. Now, I'm not going to go into great depth about coloring because you can check out our floral fill-in paper, but I do just want to quickly show you how it lines up. But if you want more detail of some coloring options, check out the floral fill-in video that we did. So you're going to just take your stencil. It is a 2-pack of stencils, and you're just going to rotate it until you find the right orientation. So if it looks like that, just keep rotating. If you've rotated it 4 times and you still can't find a match, try flipping your stencil over. It might just be upside down. And it's hard to tell a right or a wrong side on a stencil, so just flip it over. So all you have to do is you line up your stencil until all of the color is covered and the white is showing, and then just use some Post-it note tape to hold it down, and then you can take a brayer or a dauber and you're just going to fill in. You can do all the flowers one color, you could do a variety of colors, whatever you want, but you can customize the paper, and the stencil just really masks the paper so you don't get ink on there and you only get it on the flowers. So as I said, the stencil does have a 2-pack, so you can use the stencils together, you can use them separate, lots of options. So this is the other stencil, so it's actually meant to give detail. So the first stencil is the full flower, and this one kind of provides detail. So as I said, you can use them in conjunction, or you could use them separately. So again, you're just going to take whatever pattern you pick and rotate it until it lines up and it's covering the printed part, but you can see the white flowers underneath. So really easy. Now I want to just show you real quickly, there's one paper that's just a little bit different in the pack. So this front side is the one that is intended to be used with the stencil, and then the back is your basic design. Now really, really pretty pattern as it is, but if you want to customize the flowers, you're going to add the stencil. Now, normally you lay the stencil on and it covers the whole paper like this on all the other patterns, but this one is a little different. You're still going to lay it so that it's square with the paper, but this one actually, you're going to just shift your stencil over until you can find where it lines up. So this one only uses part of the stencil instead of all of it, and you're just going to shift it off to the left or the right depending on how you have your stencil in your paper. So just a quick tip on this one, so you're not going to ever put the stencil like this, it's always going to be square to the paper, but on this one it's just going to be slid over until you find the match and you can add some color. So I just wanted to show you a couple fun projects to get you inspired with this bundle of products. So the first paper I showed you, it started off like this, but when you've added color, you can make that awesome card. And then our designer has just embossed a thanks in this frame from the stamp set in white directly on the paper. I think it is beautiful. I love the look of how that looks directly on the paper. So that one's a really fun use. Now I'm going to show you a sample that utilized this piece of paper that I showed you how we adjust the stencil. So this, with some custom coloring, can become this. You can see here we've actually done a few different colors. So we've got the corals, the oranges, the yellow. Really easy with the stencil to mix your colors if you don't want them all to be the same. And again, the ALOHA is from the ALOHA Friend stamp set, stamped directly onto the pattern paper. So I hope you've enjoyed this and find it helpful. If you want some more coloring ideas or more in-depth on the stencil, check out our floral fill-in video, which goes a little bit more in-depth on using the stencils and coloring. So aloha, hope you have a great day. Thanks everybody.